All right, I just wanted to touch bases on some physical demands. Most of you have probably figured a lot of this out, and we've been talking through about some of this throughout the semester, but I wanted to get a little bit more specific here and try to wrap some of the things up that we've been talking about. So imagine this, kind of play this scenario in your head. You've just left your house, headed for a station to work a 24-hour tour. What will you encounter? What are the typical types of calls that you will respond to? These are the things that should be going through your head. Are you ready for the task at hand, both mentally and physically? So just to give you some statistics, and these are pulled from the National Fire Protection Agency data, in 2010 there were over a million, almost 1.5 million fires reported in the United States. These fires caused over 3,000 civilian deaths and over 17,000 civilian injuries and about $11.6 billion in property damage. So you can take the look at the rest of these statistics, and it breaks out structural fires, vehicle fires, wildland, all those kinds of different things. So a fire department responds to a fire, not just a call, but a fire every 24 seconds. And you can go through some of these different statistics, where they're reported, how often they're reported, all that kind of different stuff. Here's the big thing that I wanted to touch on right now, though, are injuries and deaths. So in 2007, there were 119 deaths in the line of duty. Now, this does not include firefighters driving home from work or whatever, but while firefighters were on the clock, on the job, 119 deaths and over 38,000 injuries. Fire ground injuries, that means an active fire, and then a total of 80,000 injuries. So maybe an injury doing a vehicle extrication or whatever it might be. So you can see that's pretty high. And you can see where all those norms are for the last probably about 5 years roughly. 2012 is not out yet. I tried pulling it up, but it's not there obviously because the year's not done. So if you look at this, you know, we have 119 deaths in 2007, 120, and it got a little less because things have gotten better. We've put into place like the wellness or fitness initiative, well fitness initiative through the NFPA, and some different policies and procedures. The big thing I want to hit on though is the most, if you look back, cardiovascular disease is the number one. Over half of the deaths are heart attacks. Because firefighters typically don't work out cardiovascularly. They think they need to be strong and fit. And fit doesn't mean that you work out with weights all the time. It means that your heart is in shape. So there's, you know, personal protective equipment failures, just overall human error. For example, a while back, a firefighter died trying to do a structural rescue, and he didn't tie in his anchor and slipped off the end of the rope and was killed. And then there's some others. But the big one, that big thing that should stand out in your head is that cardiovascular disease. And then I pulled up Prescott Fire Department's call statistics because I'm trying to keep things local. But if you just want to get a good feel of where statistics are pulled from, you can see how many fires that Prescott Fire Department responded to in 2011, how much EMS, which is overwhelming, miscellaneous, so forth and so on. So I just thought that'd be kind of a cool statistic to pull off. So just kind of keep that in mind.